8 billion project to 8 billion people.
Why would it hit me? Project is more for bringing conflict.
At Tetr, we don't just study businesses, we build them.
We are not selling t-shirts, we are selling love.
7 semesters, 7 countries, 7 businesses. Every term, we immerse ourselves in a new kind of brand, hands-on.
In Dubai, we cracked the dropshipping model. Here in India, we stepped into the fast-paced world of D2C brands.
Our businesses are more than just ideas.
Here at Tetr, we want to make sure that the impact that we're creating is as large as possible.
They are living, breathing ventures that we've built this term.
I'm excited for the beginning. Beginning is going to be very great.
8 billion project is definitely a profit-oriented business.
And will continue to build even after the semester ends.
Success is, of course, scaling our business, becoming bigger and bigger.
And today, we make our pitch.
Let's meet the next team, 8 Billion Project.
The world's first peacewear brand. What excites us the most about not only are we building a profitable company that hopefully can scale big, but we're actually creating an impact along the way.
Real products to real investors.
And the big question is, how many of us will walk away with funding, ready to scale? Let's find out.
This shirt represents us. Now, is this shirt still the same? Not really. But it is still made out of the same fabric.
Now that's us. Mankind and humanity torn apart by political boundaries. But at the end of the day, we're still made out of the same material, the same fabric. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. We are 8 Billion Project.
The world's first peacewear brand.
Now there's a problem that millions of people across the world face. And that is friendship, love, cultural connections, all divided by political boundaries. And what's even worse is that millions of people have to go through the consequences of actions that are taken by just a handful of people. Now, when we delve a little deeper, we also discover that there's lack of fashion that authentically merges cultures from across the globe with the intention of promoting peace and unity, which in itself is already a topic that has been increasingly considered uncool.
Now this is where 8 Billion Project was found, by a team where 2 of our members didn't even get a visa to come here. We made this pain point our strength. 8 Billion Project, an apparel brand that highlights cultural connections across borders and focuses on the unity and diversity, specifically in regions of political conflict. In this new category that we're creating, we're calling it peacewear.
Now let me take you through some of the products that we have at 8 Billion Project. At the core of 8 Billion Project, we believe in the oneness of humanity and togetherness of mankind. Now, this is exactly what our classic designs, such as the Wall Citizen dog tag, Wall Citizen necklace, reflects.
And to launch, we started with Season 1, Indo-Pak, highlighting the cultural connections between India and Pakistan. For example, through the Do Cup Chai shirt, which shows the shared love for chai, or the Nanga Parbat shirt, as you can see over here, which represents the Himalayan mountain range, which runs through both India and Pakistan.
Now let me take you through some of our financial metrics. In terms of total revenue, in just over 3 months, we were able to cross 2 lakhs in revenue and make profits close to 12,000 rupees, while at the same time maintaining a contribution margin of over 55% and having sold close to 200 units. Now we also have almost 16,000 rupees that are going to be donated. But the real question is, where are all these donations going to be going towards? Now at 8 Billion Project, we strongly believe in the importance of education to fostering oneness of humanity and bringing mankind together. This is why for every 50 shirts sold, we're going to be sponsoring and funding the education of 1 child. Now, as part of our initial and experimental donation program, we've been able to fund the education of Savina and Saifullah, who are now at school at Community Welfare School located in Lucknow, India.
Now, looking at the competitive landscape, we realized different brands had emphasis on areas such as having a social cause, being premium, or a cult-like brand community, but none connected them, and none focused on the cultural connections behind their designs.
Now, in just over 3 months again, we were able to get featured on one of the most prominent news channels in the Middle East called Gulf Today. Now, the Middle East itself is a very important region for us, especially for Season 1 Indo-Pak, because Middle East is a region where a lot of Indians and Pakistanis live together. And in just over 3 months, we were able to cross 150K total impressions across all our social media channels, and that too without spending a single penny.
We all know the fashion market is large and the peacewear category is new. So we tried to do a bottom-up approach calculation of what this market could look like. reaching a TAM of $3.7 billion in India alone, and an obtainable market of roughly $3.5 million in the next 2 years. Now short term, we want to reach 20 lakhs in revenue by October 2025, implementing the following growth strategy. We want to enable global shipping, doubling down on the areas such as the Middle East and Germany, where we've already sold successfully, automating our supply chain, collaborating with micro-influencers, and expanding our product category to host more classic designs.
So now, you have seen our numbers, heard the story of 8 billion project, and here's our ask. We would like to ask for 20 lakh to double down on our global expansion and your valuable mentorship to help us scale from 1 to 10. Now who's on board to bring 8 billion project to 8 billion people?
Too many questions, but it's my domain. But question first one is, the customers who have bought these, leaving aside your friends, family, they will be a big part of that. Have you spoken to anybody? Why are they buying this? Number one, this product is a very highly communicative and an emotional product. Fashion is impulsive, and here this is not impulsive. This is not impulse. This is emotion quotient. And while you said that you want to raise money to go global, and you said Germany, it sounds like the project is more for bringing conflict at present moment, wherever there's conflict, bringing those two parts together. So the non-conflicting countries, why would they adorn that fashion? I mean, why would it hit me to wear a conflicting? Of course, it's a purposeful garment, but I don't know what made you all think about this project, that it can actually scale while those countries are in conflict, which is their subject. I don't think they're even looking for wearing garments, because they're having a different problem altogether.
So the first question that you asked was, why would our customers buy from us? So this obviously is a product that we have to communicate a lot. Like we've been in offline mailers.
A lot.
Yes, a lot. So we've been at offline mailers, we've been selling through our website. And whenever we talk to our customers, a lot of our customers could resonate with the project and the message behind the project.
Can I interrupt you? When you say they could resonate with your product,
Yes.
in your deck, I didn't see what is the resonating content that you're selling, because your product is literally 10%. 90% is emotion.
Right.
And your deck should have only spoken about that.
So all of our products here have messages behind the products. Like for example, when focusing on the Indo-Pak season, the first season, we have different genres. Like for example, some products reflect cultural connections, like the chai shirt. Some products reflect the geographical connections, like the shirt here, the Himalayan mountain range. And we have other products as well, like for example, the wall citizen necklace. We came up with the chai shirt specifically because it's one of the most widely enjoyed beverage, not just in India, in fact, in all of South Asia. So that's what we're trying to do here, bring together those elements that connects people together. One of your questions was also that why would people from countries with no conflicts, even care about the brand? But the essence of the brand is oneness of humanity and bringing mankind together. Now, this is something that, everybody should care about, and this is something that's reflected towards everyone. This is why we're focusing more on the wall citizen necklace as well, and coming up with more classical designs. We just came up with season 1 for now, for this 4 months specifically, and we'll be integrating more countries as well, more products that reflects on a global scale.
I have doubts, if I might just put it right, and help me sort of clarify those. I think the designs, the reason they sell is they aren't in your face talking about the problems that persist, right? They're quite nice designs. So one like to understand, what is the thought behind designing? How are you going about with the designs? Who does it for you? The other thing that I saw was when you drew that grid on some brands and you were placing brands in different spaces. To me, your brand is very cult in nature, but you were trying to stay away from cult. What is the reason behind it, right? Like the thought process for me behind this would be, okay, I stand for something and hence I kind of sort of buy into the whole philosophy of the 8 billion project. And that's a very cultish concept. Why would you not like to build it as a cult brand?
Success is really what impact we can create around the world, around society, in terms of the concepts of how unity, peace, and love get integrated into the fabrics of society. And while that's a bit difficult to measure, we hope to do it through education. I feel like changing a perspective shift on how it's talked about and how it's expressed, that is where we would see we've been successful. In terms of the cult-like brand, what we wanted to make sure is that within our messaging, within our positioning, we're very confident in where we are. And the expression of it, in terms of being very bold or minimalistic, we're thinking of having maybe two catalogs in that sense, one bold and one minimalistic one. But it is true, if we just go bold, then that might be, in terms of cult-like, even stronger. But it might be difficult to cater or to scale very large at the
So
beginning.
it's not about being bold or being minimalistic, right? Like both could be a part of your entire portfolio. It's fine. You can be bold. You can probably the minimalist will sell a lot more than bold because in your face advertising needs someone to be an extremist to be able to sort of bear it and carry it off, right? But my question is not that in terms of what you're choosing. My question is, why don't you want to be a cult? Why don't you want to be that set of Gen Zs who kind of stand for very strongly saying that, okay, we want one world?
So to answer to that question, a lot of our content nowadays has also been user-generated content and customer testimonials. We're trying to build a movement, a community, and a lot of the messages and feedback that we get from customers when we explain them is the stories that they share with people from across borders. Like, for example, we have received a lot of partition stories. They're also on our Instagram page as well, on our website as well. So we're trying to get more feedback from our customers and trying to use our customers, get help from our customers to promote our brand.
No, I think they are trying to build a cult. Maybe it's not coming across, but I believe that is the case, right? Where you want those fans, those customers to literally have like 8 billion tattooed, and I'm told that's possible, to have a brand tattooed on your body. I believe you have an expert on that right here. But let me say a little bit, take a contrarian view on this, right? I think in fact you should go even more bold. I think why even like have Babar Azam and Virat Kohli like just hug, like make them kiss? I don't know. No, I think that's what cults are made of. Like to build a cult, you have to take an extreme approach. You can't build a cult with a safe approach, right? I love all of your designs. I have all of them and I've gifted them to a lot of people. And every time I've told them the story, they've loved it, right? And in fact, they've asked for more, right? Every time, and I've placed some orders with you guys as well, right? Which I'm still waiting on. But I think you should go even more bold. I think that's when the cult will start coming into the picture. And I think the world needs this. I think the NATO headquarters needs this. The WTO headquarters, more than anything else, the Oval Office needs it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's conversation like these, right? That will really help you grow and build that cult. I think this is a cult in the making. I couldn't have thought of a better word, right? But I think you'll have to go even more bold. And I know we have confused you as judges, but I think that's where your experimentation, decision-making is going to come in. But very, very excited to see the progress that you guys have made.
We had ups, we have had downs, we have had good days, we have had days when we did not agree to each other. But because the end goal for everyone is the same, is the 8 billion project, we have never felt like quitting.
Where do you plan to base this business from?
Right now we are exploring Myanmar.
India mein to mat
But
karna.
I was going to say the same thing.
India se to do it in Germany.
Yeah, we were thinking about UAE most probably because everyone can come
Not
there.
probably, it is.
Yeah, and we have 2 members already in Dubai.
I don't know. I think India is ready for this. I mean, there is a certain audience that would take offense to this. I agree. But I think that's where the virality will come from.
No, I don't think he's talking about marketing. He's talking about where the base will be stationed.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah, the
company
headquarters.
itself?
Yeah,
Company
yeah,
overseas.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
from
to
the con-
reconsider India because, as you know, 2 of our co-founders are from Pakistan, and this entire project was built because they didn't get the visa.
Be global.
I think Dubai is a good place.
Yeah, Dubai is a big place.
And that's also a good logistics hub to do international shipping from.
Amazing 8 billion project, truly thought-provoking. Judges, it's time for your decision.
What we're looking mostly from our investors is that they have the same values, the same goals and vision as us, and that is not only build and scale a profitable business, but to create as much impact as possible in whatever decision, whatever initiative we undertake.
I would love to invest, guys. It goes without saying because I've experienced the product myself. I've gifted it to my friends and they've all asked for more and more. So that just shows amazing validation in the market to me. And that's where I'd love to invest. I'd love to get started with 1.5 lakhs, right? So that's going to be my contribution. We'll figure out the valuations, etc. later, but just to get you started and through the summer, that's going to be my contribution.
I like to invest. I like to invest. I think I'll go with about 50,000 bucks to see how it scales. I think there is still a lot of thought process that needs to go into branding, procurement, and all of that. So I think I'll for now like start with that.
I would pass. Only for a reason that you should know is that I don't like provocating and controversial products. For me, it's like I would not do it because as kids, I would not like to let you indulge in it. Sorry, but that's my take on that. Thank you.
Understand. We plan on really setting up an automated supply chain with global distribution focused in Dubai because we've got Dua and Nazir there, and enable global shipping because we've got customers and interest already from many countries, and we really want to cater towards that, especially if demand increases. These videos go public.